Hey everybody, Nick here, back with another video, and today is September 9th, 2024. It's raining, I'm in a park, so there's going to be no one around, which is good for doing these videos. I don't know if that's thunder I can hear or what, but I should be okay. I'm under a tree. So, the topic for today is I'm not depressed, I'm just a realist. And the reason why I say this is the fact that, just give you guys a look around how empty it is. The reason I say this is because a lot of people will, from the things that I say or talk about on my channel, not you guys, will be like, oh, you're depressed, oh, you're just not happy, you're just not, well, I'm not really happy, like, elated happy, but I'm also not like, oh, depressed, end my life. No, that doesn't faze me, just because the world is one big prison, one big hellhole. So that doesn't cause me to feel that way. Any moment someone's gonna walk through here. But hopefully the rain also doesn't get too heavy. But yeah, I don't care. It doesn't really get to me. I did do a video talking about how nothing matters. The only thing that I think I will say that matters is, since I'm stuck here, since I have to go through this experience like everyone else out there, why not make it the most pleasant experience you possibly can? And what I mean is, even though we have to do these crazy rat race, 9 to 5, I still say try to find a way out of it if possible. Financial freedom, whatever, play the game. But what I mean is, you want to be in this experience with feeling the least amount of pain possible. Now, I know life is full of pain and suffering. I talked about that as well. But if you take care of your health as much as possible, I know that nothing is guaranteed. That's one thing I do know in life. Nothing is guaranteed. Your health is not guaranteed. But but I think if you try to eat right, exercise, work out, try to incorporate some sort of meditation or something. Sleeping is very important. If you can do those things and try to maintain your health to the maximum, its peak efficiency, you lower the chances of suffering from pains and disease. And I know there's, like I said, there's no guarantees on that, because I believe humanity is being under siege on all different fronts, all different angles. I will do a video talking specifically about that, because I think, like I said, health is important. I think that freedom is very important, no matter what. Freedom of speech, freedom from having to be restrained. And I mean, oh, here comes heavier rain. Let me just move towards right under the tree here. I don't mind being on foot. And I think just freedom is super important, super important. If you don't have freedom of movement and all these things, you can't really have, choices and to do whatever you want in life, like traveling or, going wherever you want, moving to wherever you want. It's for me, it feels like the world is getting smaller and smaller, more restricted. But again, I will talk more specifically why that's happening. And the sun's coming out, which is a good sign, which means the rain will stop. I like the rain though, I don't mind. But yeah, I'm not depressed. Unfortunately, I see what goes on in the world. It's just, I don't know how I woken up not woke, not that mentality, which I will do a video about as well. Lots to talk about with that, and that kind of intertwines with the freedom and all that stuff. But I'll have a seat here again because it stopped raining. So yeah, that's I think the go-to for these people whenever they see that you are complaining, or you're not liking the system, or you're going against the grain. The first thing that they'll say is you're depressed. I think I'm okay if I was to die, because I know there's an alternate location. I don't know if that's heaven, our spirit, or our soul, or whatever you want to call it. There's something else beyond this, but I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know that it's heaven. I don't know that it's, I don't know that these places exist. But yeah, I mean, I'll stay in this reality as long as possible. I'll try to enjoy myself. I don't want to be depressed. I want to try and avoid that, because again, your experience will be greatly hampered and not pleasant if you go down that road. And I get it, it's hard when you see all the shit that's happening in the world, which makes me a realist. And this is just a reality. The world is getting worse, and it's like people are okay with the system of, the slavery, rat race, whatever you want to call it, having to work and you don't even get paid that much, and cost of living goes up, and people get more desperate, which causes more crime, which basically makes more people scammers and grifters, and you gotta be ever more vigilant in this world. Otherwise, these people will come for whatever you have, and it keeps just going and going. And I don't understand how a lot of people just can't see it. I think that a lot of people are kind of seeing it, even those NPCs who, I think there's always there's a limit for people, there's a threshold. And I think that the quiet quitting really was possibly a symptom of that, or a reaction, realizing that it's not worth it to do these menial jobs. And I think that's possibly where that comes from, realizing that they're not being valued as an employee, as a person. You're just a number in this system. They know there's other people that they can just get and pay them pittance for their hard-earned labor. I'll give you an example. I was at Starbucks just yesterday and getting my expensive rip-off coffee. And the reason why I go there is because I usually get free coffee because the staff knows me, but I don't go there looking for freebies. But if it happens, excellent. save some money. But one of the employees there, this nice girl, she was coming back with a whole bunch of bags of milk. And she was on the clock, and I guess they ran out of milk or something. I tried to help open the door, and she already got the button because I didn't see her till last minute. But she looks at me and says, "I hate my job." I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to discourage her more, because she already looked like she was having a shitty day, having to carry all this heavy ass milk back to the store. What I wanted to say was, escape it, make a change, try to do something else with your life. She was much younger than me. She was not even probably 30 years old yet. And I'm just thinking, you don't want this to be, your dead end road, or where you want to end up in life. And a lot of people do. They get the, desperate mentality of, I have to work, otherwise I can't pay my bills. So it's a never-ending cycle that keeps you, the vicious cycle that keeps you having to work. A lot of people are buyers and accumulate crap because of the scarcity mindset, and I guess the dopamine hit when you buy something. I used to get that hit. I know how it is when you buy something new, a new gadget or a new whatever, and you feel all good, and it's a very temporary feeling. But this reality in which we live is just insanity. So I see people suffering all the time. I really don't know how people don't see it, or at the very least people are just pretending that it's not happening. And yeah, I guess they don't want to speak up because it goes against everyone else, so then it causes distress because you got to hear, again, it comes back to the criticism, the video I did the other day. No one wants to hear the backlash. No one wants to face the music. They would just rather stay quiet, follow the course, which the only end that this course has or path is death. You're only going to be reaching the coffin. That's it. That's all it's going to be, is a coffin. Doesn't matter how old you are. It could hit any age, any moment. And this is what I don't understand. And I'll always talk about this. I see people just wasting their life away. And I mean, I know that what choice do we have? We're all kind of stuck in this crazy ass giant prison or slave labor camp or whatever you want to call it. But people don't realize how finite life is, how finite everything is, and it's just, you could be dead tomorrow. And what did you do? What did you do with your life? You basically worked for somebody else who's having a better life than you and has tons of more money, and big corporations buying up more shares, more buybacks, and becoming even more rich than you and I and most of the world. So it's really, really, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not depressed, and I finally am not blind to this crap. I feel like it's kind of like the Matrix, where it's hard to break out of that. You gotta take the pill, the red pill. Otherwise, you're just gonna be stuck in the system. And now someone's walking by with their dog, of course, staring at me like I'm some crazy person on a camera. That's okay. I don't care. Just look how bizarre this world is getting, TikTokers and OnlyFans and people making money off thirsty guys, and it's just all one real big shit show. It's amazing. I think, some people are just willing to do anything for the big dollar, for the wad, getting guys to blow their wad to make the wad, and it's a sick world. It's a sick reality. It's a bizarre reality. It's all these things and much more, and that's what I see. And if people can't understand that it's not depression or that I'm crazy, that I see this stuff and I'm calling it out for what it is, I'm sorry. You're just going to be stuck in the system and wasting your time, precious time that you cannot buy back. No amount of money is going to get you this. Good luck to you. I would love to see more people just sort of awaken and continue to awake, because I think that we're never fully awake. We're just sort of maybe levels of it. I don't know. I'm still learning more and more shit every day of what's in this system, what's going on. It's truly, truly remarkable how so many people have just accepted this as the norm. I am not one of those people. So the rain has stopped. I think I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I could talk about this all damn day, but I got so many things, so many topics that I do want to talk about. I really appreciate all of you. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, if you subscribed, that would be most helpful and appreciated. And let me know what your thoughts are on people thinking you're depressed because you talk about this crazy system. That's fine, I don't care. I've reached a good point in my life where I can see the nonsense, and I'm glad I got out of this and saw it before I got too old. So if you like the video, guys, hit the like. I'm gonna take off for now and leave you guys to think about this, and we'll catch you in the next video very soon. Take care. Bye bye.